what's up guys? Today we have Boruto chapter 35 review. I'm sorry that I'm really late in this video. Also, I have not made a video in a really long time. But so it's at the beginning part, we see that it resumes from the last chapter, and Kurama, he pops out of Naruto, while Kawaki, I forgot what Kawaki was trying to do. I think he was trying to like leave the room from the previous chapter. I don't know. I haven't read that last chapter in a really long time. But anyways, all I know that Kawaki confronted or more like Kurama actually. Kurama confronted Kawaki. He was basically trying to talk to him, and Kawaki was saying like, "Oh yeah, I think I know of you. You're that you're one of those beast things that I read out of the book that pretty much I forgot what he said. I think he was saying that pretty much Kurama is a monster and all that stuff, and the ninth Hokage must be real strong to be able to tame him and all that. But Kurama quickly corrected him on that. He actually told him the real truth about how Naruto was as a kid and how he related to Kawaki in a way. And he told him how all of Naruto's hardships, that he did not have his life easy and all that. And that all of that really broke down Kawaki. Once he really got to find out the real truth, why Naruto hinted inside the past that, making like shadow clones and all that, and all that other stuff, that, Kawaki really started to break down. So I think once Kurama talked to, Kawaki, this is giving Kawaki furthermore development to open up his eyes to to the fact that how Naruto grew up and all that, and how he was able to tame the Nine Tails. So yeah, that was a good start off to the chapter, and I actually really did enjoy that part. So now the next part of the chapter, Naruto and Kawaki are training to do I think he was doing the training with the chakra control, because that's like the most basic thing you can ever do. Yeah, and with the chakra control, it appears Kawaki is pretty much a prodigy, because this dude learned it pretty dang quickly, and it would look like he was rushing Naruto to do shadow clone jutsu. So Kawaki, I can see some sort of like I could kind of see some Sasuke inside Kawaki, because I think Sasuke, he learned it fairly quickly back then. Inside part 1 Naruto, if I'm not mistaken. He learned it real quickly, so Kawaki has pretty good chakra control. Including Boruto, because Boruto said that he learned real quick just like Kawaki, so it was really no problem. So yeah, both Kawaki and Boruto, they're kind of, I wouldn't say prodigies, but they are fairly, well, Boruto is a prodigy for sure, but Kawaki's a very fast learner. He just picked that up real quick, so I can't wait to see Kawaki, actually learning other ninjutsus and such, because the way it's looking, Kawaki's really going to be a beast. Because we see Kawaki, he knows how to control the karma a lot more better than what Boruto does. Now, as Kawaki, have maximum proficiency with the karma? No, but it looks like the way Kawaki's going, his mastery, his speed of mastering stuff is very quick. And then it moves on to Sai and Shikamaru, and they were pretty much talking about, how they can't really trust Kawaki and all that, which, I actually really wouldn't trust them. They're saying I wouldn't really trust them because, see, he can backstab on the village at any time, like I said, which actually does happen in the future. So they're actually on to something, and they're basically saying that Naruto's too naive, which Naruto is very trusting. He's a little too trusting. And as they're talking, Shikamaru and Sai were talking about Jigen stuff that they found, and the stuff that they found is very suspicious. And they're talking about, jotting down the locations of all that stuff. The only way to get into there is by, space-time ninjutsu. Basically what Sasuke has. So Yeah, they definitely are catching on to some, but you're saying it might be a trap if they, they try to go into the area, which I'm thinking is definitely a trap. Because later on, set this chapter, Sasuke, he gets into the Otsutsuki dimension, which is a really weird looking dimension. And we see that, Sasuke, he goes into there with his own space-time ninjutsu, with his Rinnegan. And it appears that, we see these hieroglyphics when they first go inside that. It looks like it's Kaguya's, because it has like the horns and all that, of course with Momoshiki's horns, which symbolizes his. And then there's this third one that has like a long horn going across. I don't know if that's supposed to be Kenshiki's or that's supposed to be Jigen's. But the way it's looking, I think that's Jigen's horn symbol thing. I have to really look at it again. But anyways, Sasuke is going inside that dimension. He touches these hieroglyphics, or whatever they are. And I don't really know what to call them. Like these platelet hieroglyphic platelet things that, Sasuke is touching. I'm assuming these things are probably chakra driven. So when you touch it, I guess it takes some of your chakra. It projects to Otsutsuki wherever the symbol is, which is my assumption. I guess that's how it works. I'm guessing it works off chakra, because or it's just a pressure plate. I really don't know, to be honest. But yeah, as Sasuke keeps on going, he touches the plate with that's supposed to be Jigen's. When he keeps on going, he runs across Jigen's platelet thing, or hieroglyphic. I really don't know what to call it. Anyways, he runs across that and he sees, the hologram of Jigen. And then as he keeps on looking, he finds that there's actually a Jubi down there, which actually kind of blew my mind. I was not expecting a Jubi to be underground like that. That's actually really bizarre. I'm guessing because, of course, there's other god trees out there. There's gonna be Jubis out there too. So, that's pretty much what the god tree turns into, I guess. You get other Jubis out there, so that's actually, like I said, it's actually pretty bizarre to me. Alright, so for the next part, it goes back to Boruto, Kawaki, Sadara, and Naruto, and they're basically talking about the Karma Cell and how, Naruto's asking about, has the Karma Cell been bothering lately, has it been hurting and all that, and Boruto's saying, no, it hasn't really been bothering me that much when I'm like exercising and all that, and it's pretty much causing, I think, a lack of sleep, which is kind of weird, to be honest. And then for Kawaki said it's also not really, exhausting, like talking about it's not really having nightmares or nothing like that. It's more of giving him energy, which is actually kind of weird. So I'm guessing that's linked to, of course, Jigen. So Jigen is doing his thing. I guess like I said, I guess Jigen can I'm guessing Jigen can probably terrorize Kawaki inside his dreams because he has that Karma Cell on him. They're always linked, just like Momoshiki and Boruto is always linked. Kawaki and Jigen is always linked, so he can go inside his dreams and haunt him and all that. That's what I'm assuming. And then for this next part, Sadara asked a really good question. She asked about, the Byakuya. Sadara asked a really good question in this next part. She asked about the Byakuya seal on, Sakura's forehead. She's saying, does that have anything to relate with the karma? And, Naruto was pretty much answering that. He's basically explaining that Byakuya seal, they use that during emergencies. And also they build up the chakra inside the forehead and all that. Naruto's basically explaining that, they take the chakra and build it up inside their forehead. they take the chakra and build it up over time, and then also they use it like as a trump card to really, basically, heal up themselves and all that, releasing large amounts of chakra. Of course, we already know what the Byakugo Seal does, but he's explained to Sadara, and he's basically saying, I don't know whether or not the Byakugo Seal is related to the karma, because it's kind of like I say, it's kind of up in the air, to be honest. And like I said, I kind of find that fascinating that we're probably gonna learn more about the Byakugo Seal if it is somehow related, because they are both seals. But to me, I kind of doubt it if it is related to the Karma Seal, to be honest, because with the Karma Seal, it has a different occurrence to it. You have to basically get your Karma Seal from a god, whereas compared to the Byakugo Seal, you have to really train hard and do lots of chakra control, concentrating your chakra inside your chakra pool for years upon years upon years, and that's when you'll gain a Byakugo Seal. So there are two different processes, but Naruto is still saying, I don't know if they're like related or not. And then Kawaki was trying to write it off like, nah, it's probably not. He's like doubting it. But then Mitsuki comes up, and because Mitsuki has Orochimaru as his parent, and I can't even say father or mom. I don't know what to say. But anyways, Mitsuki is saying that since Orochimaru is his parent, he told him a little bit about the Byakugo Seal. Now I'm reading it, I'm reading the manga panel. He's saying there's lots that is not understood yet. So, like I said, the Byakugo Seal is kind of mysterious, so we probably don't know 100% about it. Because, even Orochimaru is still lying about it, and that dude's extremely smart. So, like I said, this is actually pretty fascinating that we're getting to know more about it over time. Then Boruto's trying to learn more about it by going to Tsunade himself, which he was trying to get Kawaki to do it, which Kawaki said, no, you can pretty much go on your own. But then Kawaki, he spilled the beans and pretty much said that the perpetrator that gave him the Karma Seal that really messed up his whole entire life, pretty much. But then he's saying also, you have to defeat Jigen and all that, because in order to try to get over all this stuff, you have to defeat him. And of course, Boruto is saying, we're gonna have to get a lot stronger because, of course, we're not tough enough right now. And then after that, that's when Boruto and Kawaki have a bro moment, having a Brody moment and all that. Like I said, they're saying we're gonna defeat Jigen together, which, like I said, that's actually a really great moment. I like the brotherly bond that they're gaining. Well, actually, just for right now, but the brotherly bond that they're gaining, they had lots of character development between each other, because they went from, basically fighting and all that really badly to, actually starting to get along with each other. They're acting pretty cool with each other, and like I said, I think that's actually very great for them. And then it moves on back to Sasuke inside that dimension. And Sasuke is observing this Jubi. And this Jubi he's observing, he can't really tell how many tails it is and all that. But he can tell that this thing has a Rinnegan and is being held down by these rods. I'm assuming that chakra rods or something, but anyway, this beast, this Jubi, is being pinned down by it. But before he can really try to observe it, that's when Jigen pops up. And then Sasuke observes that he has a karma on his chin, like, that we all know. And then that's when, Jigen actually comes down to this Jubi and he's talking to it. And he said to this Jubi, he said something really bizarre. He said, I'm reading it, it's too soon for you to eat me. I have to complete the vessel first. So he's gonna get this Jubi to eat Jigen, but he has to get the vessel first, which we all know that the vessel is Kawaki. So I'm trying to picture this. So he wants to get the vessel first, and like I said, the vessel is Kawaki. So I'm assuming he's gonna steal Kawaki's body. That's what I'm assuming. He's gonna steal Kawaki's body and then, you know, get the Jubi to eat him or something. I'm actually a little confused about this. The next panel, he goes to the Jubi, starts taking his karma out, and then, you know, the karma is spreading all over his body. He starts absorbing his 10 tails, and Sasuke is, like, see, he's absorbing the karma and all that, and you see it going all over his body. It's spreading, and then we see Jigen. He starts to do a little bit of his transformation that we saw from the, you know, the previous hologram thing. So we know for sure that that was Jigen alongside Kaguya. So now that we know all of this, this probably confirms that, you know, Jigen is definitely an alien. He's probably part Otsutsuki or something, because, you know, it's no way that, you know, he can be right beside Kaguya, along with, you know, just like how Kenshiki's right beside Momoshiki. Having Jigen and Kaguya, I'm guessing they were partners back then, you know, before she got sealed away and all that. So that's actually quite interesting that, you know, Jigen was Kaguya's partner. So like I said, Jigen is probably, like, so he's most likely confirmed an alien now, because like I said, with him being right beside Kaguya, you definitely cannot be human. It's no way. This must mean that, you know, Jigen must be extremely old. He might be, actually I really don't know Jigen's age, but I'm assuming if he was with Kaguya, you know, I'm assuming he was with Kaguya just how Kenshiki and Momoshiki were. That must mean that Jigen could be 1,000 years old, or hundreds of years old at least. Like, this dude is probably not young at all. Like, this dude is probably extremely old. That's just my assumption. It's just headcanon at this point. I'm just guessing it, but it probably isn't too far-fetched. And then we see Sasuke, he's kind of like shaking in his boots. He's saying, this is a lot more dangerous than I anticipated. I need to go tell Naruto right away. And then Jigen says, like, shall I greet them? And he's talking about the vessels. So I'm assuming he's trying to go greet Boruto and Kawaki, because those are, like, I'm guessing those are like the only vessels that he could be referring to, which is pretty interesting to me that, you know, he absorbed a little bit of the 10 tails and then he's gonna go meet these vessels. So I'm guessing he just went to go power up a little bit. And all I can say is Jigen is extremely powerful. Like, Jigen, I can definitely see him being a real match for Naruto and Sasuke if they were ever to get in confrontation. But the way I'm seeing it, I'm assuming that Jigen has already sent Sasuke, but he's kind of like playing dumb just to act like he's oblivious to it. But I'm pretty sure Jigen has already sensed that Sasuke is inside that dimension. Now, I don't really know if his eyes can really like see through stuff or nothing like that, because I'm assuming he has a dojutsu, because the only way he came inside that dimension is he went. I'm assuming that, like, say, since his eyes look so weird, I'm assuming that's a dojutsu that he came in dimension with. Now, unless the karma, when you unlock it, as you keep on mastering it, it probably might be a dimensional thing where you can go through the dimensions, but I'm assuming, like I said, that's just his eyes. His eyes can do the same thing like a Rinnegan can do, which is, I'm actually really not too surprised that possibly his eyes can do that. So, I mean, it is what it is. And then for the very last part of the Boruto manga, it hits the part where Mitsuki and Boruto is going through the forest, and Mitsuki's telling me, he's like, hey, what happened even if you did, you know, defeat Jigen? Do you think this karma stuff will ever be resolved? Because it might actually just stay there with you even after, you know, defeat him, which that's what I'm assuming too. I don't think it's gonna disappear immediately after, you know, defeating him. But he's just giving him the possibility that, you know, just because you defeat him, it may not disappear. And he's just opening up Boruto's mind to the possibilities that may not work, even if you defeat him. But yeah, that's pretty much all to talk about today. Tell me you guys' thoughts on this chapter. To be honest, I give this chapter, like I said, pretty good rating because had some good slice of life aspects. It had some really good intriguing stuff to know more about Jigen. Lots of good information. Talked about stuff like the Byakugo cell and all that. Kurama talking to Kawaki about all his Naruto's life. Like I said, this is actually a really good chapter, and I think this chapter is pretty, like I said, I think it's pretty good, to be honest. Anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys support your boy, and also subscribe if you're new, because that would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, it's been your boy D about Born. I'm out.